Hi everyone, welcome to today's yoga flow, which is all about toning, stretching and strengthening. So when you're ready, find yourself in a cross-legged position, reaching your hands high to the sky and let's side bend to the left. Pop that left hand down on the floor, hug your right arm close to your ear and side bend over. Taking one big breath in. As you exhale, gradually bring yourself back into centre. We'll repeat that on the right side. Right hand down, side bend to the right, maybe bend into the right elbow. Keep your chest lifted. And then float back to centre. We'll go once more to the left. Breathing deeply. And now float over to the right. And coming back to centre, inhale as you reach your hands high to the sky. Exhale, take a seated forward fold. Hands to the floor, drop your head down. Inhale, walk the hands in. And swap your legs over, so now the other leg will be in front of your cross-legged position. And we'll repeat that forward fold, so reach high and fold over the legs. And gently walk the hands back into your body, making your way onto hands and knees. So check your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's go for a few rounds of cat-cow. So you'll lift the tailbone, drop your belly, lift your head as you inhale. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone around your spine, chin to chest. Repeating once more. Round in the spine, just go to your own breath. And now we'll go for a wrist stretch. So bring the hands close to your knees and turn your fingers around to face the knees, placing the palms fully flat on the ground. And you really feel this in your wrists already. If you want to deepen the stretch, sit your bum back toward your heels, keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe. And then we'll release the hands. Placing the tops of the hands on the mat now, we're going to stretch the front of the forearm. So tops of hands down, draw your weight back towards your heels. Sending your breath deep into your belly. As you exhale, let's gently release. Placing your hands on the floor, underneath your shoulders, tucking the toes, let's lift into downward facing dog. Lift and reach your right leg to the sky. And now bring your right knee behind your right wrist, coming into pigeon pose. Walk the left leg back, and then bring your fingertips close toward your hips. So your chest is high, shoulders squeezed together. And if you want, you can add a quad stretch by bending into that left knee and grabbing a hold of it with your right hand. Time to release. Step back into downward facing dog. We'll go on the other side now. Lift and lengthen that left leg to the sky. Place your left knee behind your left wrist. Making sure your left foot's far away from your groin, as far as you can possibly put it. The further away, the deeper the stretch. Keep your chest high and lifted, spine long. If you want to take a quad stretch, you can. Opposite hand to opposite foot. And now it's time to release. Stepping back into downward facing dog, and feel free just to walk out the feet here. You can bend one knee at a time. Pressing your chest toward your thighs. Stepping both feet now toward the top of your mat. Come into halfway lift. Extend the spine. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, into your mountain pose. Preparing for sun salutation A. Big toes together or apart, you choose. When you're ready, inhale and reach the hands high, palms touch. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Keep exhaling as you lower down to the floor. Inhale to cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your chest towards your thighs. Bend the knees, make any movements here that feel nice. Having one more breath. And now we'll step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold even deeper. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, come back to mountain pose. We'll now do sun salutation B to get a little bit warmer. So coming into chair pose, let's bend the knees, sit our bum back as if you're sitting on a chair, tailbone scoops under, shoulder blades squeeze together. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back to plank, lower all the way down to the floor, or take chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, or if you have it, upward facing dog. Exhale, let's flow back to down dog. Reach the right leg high and step it in between your hands, finding warrior one. Nice long spine, deeply bend into that right knee. And let's move back to plank. Take a vinyasa, flow down to the floor or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg high. Step it in between our hands. Find your warrior one. Big breath in as you lift and lengthen. And when you're ready, move it back to plank position. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Having a couple of breaths here. Really think about lengthening the spine here. Push your chest towards your legs. And now we'll step to the top of the mat, lifting halfway, and then deeply folding. Coming back to chair pose, bend the knees, lift the hands. Exhale, we return to mountain pose. Great job. So just having a breath, you may feel a bit warmer. And when you're ready, we'll lift and lengthen to the sky, reach the hands up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step it back to plank. Hold in the plank here. Push firmly into the heels, tuck your tailbone. Push firmly into the floor. Hold it. You're doing great. And now let's release, push back, downward facing dog. We're going to do a few of the downward dog to plank flows now. So when you're ready, inhale to plank, nice and strong. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, flow it forward. Exhale, lift and lengthen it back. One more time, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great, amazing job. Walk out the knees, pedal the feet, and then come down onto your hands and knees. So into tabletop position, you can either remain here, or you're going to tuck your toes and lift the knees off the mat, a hovering tabletop. If this feels okay, see if you can extend your right leg back, straight back, toes off the floor. Hold here, engage your core. And now we'll step that right foot in between our hands and lift our hands high to the sky, high lunge. We're going to repeat this movement 3 more times. So when you're ready, transition back into hovering tabletop with the right leg extended. And then step the right foot in between your hands, high lunge. So this is a fast movement. You can slow it right down if you need. Step it back, hovering tabletop. Step it forward, high lunge. Step it back, hovering tabletop. And forward, high lunge. Control your breath, control your body. Slow it down if you need. One more time, step it back, hovering table. and then come forward, high lunge. Let's take a rest and stretch here in pyramid pose. So drop the left foot down at a 45-degree angle. So you're in the warrior one stance, but the front leg is straight. And let's fold over that right leg. Bring your hands to the floor if you can reach, or to your leg. Deeply stretching the hamstrings. Now, hover your chest parallel to the floor, hands to hips, and if you can, reach your hands in front of your head, so straight in front, and then bend the elbows back towards your body. Straighten the arms and bend, so we're working the shoulders here. Just doing this a few times, strengthening the upper body. And on your next exhale, fold into pyramid, step back, plank pose. Taking a vinyasa here. Meeting in downward facing dog. So let's do that on the other side now, on the other leg. But we'll start off with our down dog to plank flows. Inhale, plank. Hold here. Get the core strong. Keep holding. One more breath. And push it back, downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow it back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, control and flow back. Inhale, reach it forward. Great job. Exhale, push it back. And now let's release, come down onto hands and knees. Hovering tabletop or just normal tabletop, you choose. Extend the left leg back now. Hold it, engage your glutes, engage your core to support that leg. Knees are lifted off the floor if you can. And now we'll step that left foot in between our hands, lift, high lunge. Remember, slow this movement down if you need it. In your high lunge, make sure your knee is above your ankle. And now we'll step back, hovering tabletop. Step forward, high lunge. Step back, hover. Strong core, strong legs. Step forward, high lunge, engage your core, lift yourself up with control. Float it back, hover. Step it forward, high lunge. Last time, float back, hover. Step it forward, find your high lunge, and I will move into pyramid on this side. Straighten the left leg, place the right sole down on the mat. Make sure your hips are square and fold deeply over that left leg. See it as a resting pose as well as a deep stretch for that left hamstring. Regain your breath. Time to strengthen the back. So lift your chest parallel to the floor and extend your arms right above your head, so right out from the shoulder joint. And just bend the elbows back towards your ribs and extend out in front of your head, back and forth. Nice and strong, really squeeze the shoulder blades together as the arms come back. One more time. And then take a fold over the left leg as you step back into plank. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing, awesome. So take a few breaths here. We're going to have a rest. Sit down on your knees. Sit your bum back. Take a child's pose. Just listen to your breath. Feel the sensations underneath your fingers. And then we'll prepare to lift and come to lie on your back. Our yogic bicycles are next, so we're going to engage the core, strengthening our abdominal muscles. So when you're ready, extend your legs straight out, place your hands behind your head, and we'll lift the shoulders and the feet away from the floor into a low boat position. So now bring your left elbow towards your right knee and then return to low boat. And now opposite elbow to opposite knee, low boat. Keep going. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, low boat. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, low boat. Keep going. Another. And switch. And switch. Remember that low boat in between. That's what's going to strengthen your core, build the muscles, tone your tummy. And switch. Keep going. Switch. Breathing deeply. Don't hold your breath. Maybe exhale as the knee comes to elbow. And when you're ready, just release back to the floor. Have a breath. And now we'll prepare for bridge pose. So if you can pop your feet on the floor, hip width distance apart, quite close to your bum. And then tuck your tailbone and lift your bum high to the sky. So really try to use the legs here for strength. Squeeze the bum tightly, push firmly into the feet. Relax your shoulders, relax your chest. And now you have the option here just to hold the bridge, or we're going to extend our right leg to the sky. Lower that right leg down until your knees are side by side, and then kick it strongly back up into the air. So continue to do that up and down, quite a quick movement, if you can. But otherwise, you're just holding your bridge. Choose what's best for you. Keep lowering and lifting that right leg. Lower and lift. And now we will pulse. Keep that right leg high to the sky. Lift your hips up and down, baby bridge pulses. You can do this if you're in the normal bridge. Great job. Let's lower our bum down to the mat. We are done on that side. Have a breather. And when you're ready, let's lift back into bridge. Make sure your legs are strong. Hold in here for 5 breaths. If it's accessible to you today, lift and extend that left leg to the sky. Lower it down until your knees touch, and then kick strongly back up. Lift and lower. Remember to breathe. Keep that right leg strong, the glutes squeezing and pressing toward the sky. And now some pulses. Lift your bum, lower it. Lift your bum, literally push the left toes towards the ceiling. Last one. And let's lower all the way down. Maybe bring your knees into your chest. Take any pose that helps stretch out your bum. Give your muscles a rest. And now let's rock and roll up to a seated position. Our next pose is boat pose. So sitting tall, keep your chest lifted, arms extend out in front of you, and then lift your feet away from the floor. So feel free just to align your ankles with your knees, or you can extend the legs straight out, just like I'm doing. You can also hold on to the knees for some extra support, or release them fully if you want it to be more of a strengthening pose. A few more breaths here. Keep pulling your chest towards the thighs and thighs towards your chest. Keep your whole body strong. And that's us. Let's release our boat pose. And now make our way onto hands and knees. So we're going to do some chaturanga push-ups. So it's up to you if you want to do these on your knees with your hips low or from plank. So whatever position you are in, let's lower our body all the way down to the floor, hugging the elbows in tight. Release the hands from the mat and reach them up and overhead. And then return back to plank or kneeling plank. Push yourself up. Lower down, reach hands overhead. Push back, plank. Lower all the way down, reach it forward. Push back, plank. So slow this movement down if you need to. Just going once more, reach it forward, push it up. And now let's lower all the way down. Relax your whole body into the mat. Take a breather. And in a moment, we'll prepare ourselves for locust pose. So let's lift our feet away from the floor, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then lift the chest. Reach your hands back towards the feet. Feel free to hold this position with the tailbone firmly tucked, or bring your hands in front, overhead, and squeeze the elbows back towards your body. Reach and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. Keeping your whole body strong, legs lifted, thighs squeezed together. And on an exhale, let's release and lower down to the mat, pushing yourself back into child's pose, where again you can catch your breath, stretch your back gently, relax your shoulders, and then we'll make our way into plank pose. So lift it forward, we'll take a vinyasa, lower down, chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog. Stretch it out. And dropping the knees down to the floor. Tabletop position. Now we'll extend the left leg all the way back, bend at the left knee and flex your left foot. Pulsing that left leg up and down, up and down. Make sure the movement's coming fully from the glute. And now extend the left leg out and take it all the way to the left side of your body. So bring it right round. And again, baby pulses up and down, up and down, up and down. Don't worry if you can't get it too high here. And now let's bring that left leg back to centre, and we'll do that on the other side. So right leg extends all the way back, bend at the knee, flex the foot, and baby pulses to the sky. Check where the weight is on your hands. Don't sink into the heels, spread into the fingertips. And now we'll bring that right leg all the way around to the side of your body. Mini lifts up and down with that right leg. Nearly there. Last couple. Perfect. Release back onto hands and knees. And we'll make our way into plank for our last vinyasa of the practice. So when you're ready, exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale downward facing dog. So just pedal out the feet, stretch your spine, and gently make your way to child's pose with the arms extended out in front of you. And now walk your hands over to the left, stretching the right side of your body. Keep your bum exactly where it was before. Just allow the upper body to gently move to the left. And now we'll move over to the right. Walking the hands over until you can feel that stretch in the left side of your body. Relax your neck, relax your back. And now coming back to centre. And now step your right foot in between your hands, sink your hips forward and down. Make sure your knees above your ankle. Let the hips, let your quads deeply stretch. And we'll take a half split. Straighten that right leg. Soften your body down towards that right leg if you can. Slowing down the practice now. Let your breath match your pace. Releasing that right leg, and we'll step the left leg in between our hands. Check the knee to ankle alignment and let your hips sink so your right quadricep can fully stretch. Moving into half split, let's straighten out the left leg. Drop your body down towards the left leg. Keep your spine long. One more breath. Exhale, let's release. Come to lie on your back, on the mat, where we will take a spinal twist. So if you can bring both of your knees together and drop your knees over to the left-hand side. Extend your arms out so your upper body's making a T shape. Let your chest open, your hips soften, your side body stretch. And we'll float over to the other side. Bring your knees into centre, drop them over to the right. Keeping your chest expanded. Send your breath deep into your tummy. Relax and release. And guide yourself into centre. Use your strength. And now it's time for Shavasana. Extending your legs out, lying flat on the mat. Feel free to keep your knees bent if that's better for your low back. It's time now just to breathe, to try to unwind. Feeling your body absorbing all the benefits from your practice. Feeling all the fresh blood that is pumped into every cell of your body. And as you softly let go and release, your body and mind can deeply heal. So feel free to stay here for longer, or to begin to awaken and have a stretch. Making any movements that feel good for your body here. And then when you're ready, coming up to a seated position, or take as long a time as you need to stretch off. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Maybe you'd like to have a big stretch to the sky and a bow with me. Namaste.